Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Punk Rock Ham Radio. I am your host, KM6TWI. I am here in beautiful Ontario, California at Ontario Airport, making my way back to California. And usually on my return trip to Indiana, all stuff hits the fan, everything goes wrong, delays, blah, blah, blah. I've done these gymnastics, trying to get back there a few times and getting delayed and having to stay the night in DFW or whatever. So far, so good. American Airlines boards at 12:05 p.m. here California time, and it's on time so far, so we'll see how this goes. I wouldn't be surprised if I get a push notification on my phone that we're going to be delayed by an hour. I have a 1 hour connection in DFW, so if anything goes wrong here, I'm SOL. So we'll see how this goes. Thank you guys so much for joining me and on another airport vlog. Oh no, not another airport vlog video. But it's an adventure, and this is a adventure YouTube channel. Doing ham radio stuff. Got all of my HTs and Mixtastics, no HF gear in my Osprey pack. I got a new Osprey pack. I got this daylight pack. Dude, this daylighter pack. This is my Wally's World Ozark Trail backpack. It was falling apart after that Hawaii trip. But anyways, let's go figure out what I gotta do next. My gate is right over there. I don't gotta figure anything out. It's the same gate that I always leave out of. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my videos and for joining me on another Punk Rock Ham Radio adventure. So let's fly. Now the California Science Center booth here at Ontario Airport. Bunch of underwater stuff. The California Science Center. I seen the Space Shuttle Endeavour at California Science Center when it was on 4 wheels, and now they got that thing upright. Space stuff. Space and ham radio stuff. Cool. It's like they're building something here, some kind of a restaurant, brewery type place with their plywood. Well, look at this guy. He looks weird. What's he drinking? Brewery X Slap and Tickle. What kind of a beverage is that? Weirdo. The tarmac out here. Ontario Airport, waiting for my flight with the Santana Mountains off there in the distance. There's Sierra Peak and a bunch of other. I've freaking stomped all over those mountains. One time, I started on the Orange County side, and I did a 22-mile hike and then ended at Sierra Peak. Well, no, it was like 11 miles this way, but then I had to hike all the way back to where I started. And there's a bunch of abandoned radio stuff. Like, I found this abandoned radio room up on Sierra Peak. I found that very interesting. It's like some Indiana Jones freaking temple of the abandoned radio room. Anyways, beautiful day here, and the atmospheric river has since left us, and we're left here with beautiful blue sky in California, and ain't no smog here today, so it's a glorious day today. But I am looking forward to getting back to the Hoosier State. Making my way back over to my terminal, or gate, or whatever it's called, gate 410, the same gate that I always leave out of every single year. Are we still on time? Yeah, I can see the TV screen over there. Yeah, it's still on time. If we depart Ontario Airport around Christmas time right now, what's the date? It's December 27th. So, or no, it's Sunday, December 28th. At the filming of this video. Still, I will be very, very impressed if we leave on time. And just see what happens, I guess. Thanks for joining me on another little airport adventure vlog. All right, let's see what happens next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, surprise, looks like my flight is boarding on time, as I'm filming a YouTube video documenting the adventure, and all of a sudden the planes are leaving on time. Let's wave a final goodbye to these glorious mountains over here in Southern California, where I learned how to set my goals. Yes. Personal goals, ham radio goals, just getting after shit. So let's get on this airplane and get back home, because my home is in Indiana. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo. A cute few folks around here. There's like our folks are getting off the airplane, and we're gonna wait our turn to get on the airplane. So unless any surprises happen, I will check in with you guys at the DFW. Thanks for joining me on another airport adventure. All right, I'll see you guys at DFW. Okay, bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, this is your Captain Allen speaking. Looks like we're gonna leave on time. I'm impressed. All right, everybody, welcome to DFW in the great state of Texas. I landed at Terminal E, and my next flight also leaves out of Terminal E, so I don't need to take the little people mover tram. My flight back into Fort Lane is delayed by 1 hour. Not the end of the world, so my 1 hour layover turns into a 2 hour layover, which, my opinion, is convenient. If you're gonna get laid over, you might as well just have enough time to get some food, stuff like that. So I gotta get to E38A. I think I know exactly where this terminal is, and I think I've flown out of there before. So hopefully there are not any further delays. I will be very, very impressed if we can just land in Fort Wayne tonight on the same day. I'm starting to be able to count on more than one hand the amount of times I've gotten delayed on the way back. Usually it's the opposite. I'll get delayed out west in Ontario or somewhere and miss my connection here, then have to spend the night in DFW. They usually give you a hotel voucher or something, which, you know, free hotel room, extend your trip by a day. Not the worst thing ever, but I would also just like to get home. So let's see what happens next, and thanks for joining me this far in this airport vlog adventure. So go get over there and see what happens next. All right, my final flight back to Fort Wayne Airport. Boarding shall begin shortly. Still have a couple minutes. I wanted to show off this new Osprey backpack that I got. Check this thing out. This is the Osprey Daylight. Perfect airplane travel backpack. It's a 26-liter backpack. My favorite thing is that it has this sleeve right here that'll go right over your little rolly luggage thing. It's a 26-liter pack. It has a little compression strap in here. If you undo this, then you get 6 more liters. So that's what, like a 32-liter pack. This is my third Osprey pack that I've owned, and it just makes sense if you spend any amount of time outdoors hiking. They just make the best backpacks. It costs you a few extra bucks, but it's definitely worth it. Hiking and ham radio or just being outdoors doing outdoor stuff, punk rock ham radio approved. Just get an Osprey pack, you'll thank me later. It's got a bunch of other handy pockets on it. A great improvement over my Wally's World Ozark Trail backpack that started falling apart after the Hawaii trip. And I need to remove this DX Engineering sticker and some of these ham radio stickers. Not because these aren't great people. There's the Crusader right there, Meshtastic DX Engineering. There's me, Punk Rock Ham Radio. But because when you put DX Engineering and ham radio stickers on your luggage, and especially if you check your luggage, you will make yourself a target for a disgruntled airport employee who might know about ham radio and then decide to pilfer your stuff. But this is staying in my control. Oh look, there's Salty Walt. I think they do a baggage valet on some of these smaller airplanes, but there's no ham radios in here, so. Anyways, that's my backpack. Get an Osprey backpack if you spend any amount of time outdoors, camping, hiking, whatever. They just make sense. Okay, I didn't miss my flight yet, did I? I cannot stand flying. Like, I do not like flying. Not that I'm not scared of heights. I don't mind the turbulence. I can just whatever. Just don't like being bored in that cylinder. Boredom. Having to sit still. I like to move my legs. Just see me going hiking and doing stuff. I like to move around. I don't want to sit still. I do have to fly. I hope I get an aisle seat so I can at least, you know, move around a little bit. Take a leak or whatever. It's supposed to be boarding shortly. 23 minutes ago. Flight is supposed to depart in 7 minutes from now. Am I gonna get to Fort Wayne tonight, or are we spending the night in DFW with the hotel voucher? The airplane's right there, I can see it. You know, when my airlines do that thing, you know, it's gonna be 30 minutes more, but you check like the flight aware apps on your phone and the airplane's still halfway across the country, and they're like, oh, 30 minutes more, 30 minutes more. It ain't gonna be 30 minutes more. But fortunately for us, the lady's making some announcements. Is that us? Yep. I think we're gonna get to Fort Wayne tonight. This one, I don't really care what time. Being delayed now by an hour and a half is a lot better than my previous track record. Trying to get back to Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne Airport's a cute airport. It's really easy to leave there. There's no line for security. You just walk right through, and then the gate's like right there. But trying to get back has historically been a pain in my ass. As you miss one connection, there's a delay in Ontario at our bigger airport or whatever. Something goes wrong before you get here, and you miss your connection, and there's only so many little baby airplanes going back to Fort Wayne, and then you're stuck. But nope, I see people getting on my airplane. Alright, get over there. What boarding group am I? I'm usually one group. Where's my boarding pass? Alright, we're group 6. Okay, so we got a few more minutes. Oh, they're already on group 3. Okay, so let's go get on the bus and go home. Onward to Fort Wayne. Oh, welcome to board. So I'll see you guys in Fort Wayne, hopefully. Getting on the airplane, let's go home. All right, everybody, it's about midnight here. I have arrived at Fort Wayne Airport. Beautiful, cute, quaint little airport. You know what? This airport is like a luxury hotel room compared to big airports. I mean, look at these seats. Nice and clean. Everything's basically brand new. Not all gross and disgusting like every big airport. Look, that's the little baby airplane I was just on. There's nobody here. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. Thank you everybody for joining me on another Punk Rock Ham Radio adventure. I'm so sick and tired of airplane rides. But thank you so much for watching the video, for watching my videos here on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. We're gonna go on many more punk rock ham radio adventures in the future, and I look forward to bringing you all along. So like and subscribe, all that stuff. This is Alan, KM6 TWI. I'll say 73. Bye.